Good morning, students. As our chapter is over, chapter 3 and chapter 4 both are over, we are going to do some revision of these both chapters. Some of the most important topics from these chapters, we will discuss it again. So, so that we can understand the main tools and main steps or main features of those tools which we will use for formatting our page or the document. So, let's start. The topic which we are going to discuss today, that is Format Painter tool, page and column break, and then indent spacing. So let's start with Format Painter tool. So for that, first we need to open MS Word application. So let's open MS Word. Now in MS Word, let's write some text. Now suppose if I am going to apply some formatting on the first paragraph. So for that, I need to select the paragraph. Then I'm changing the font style. And then I'm making it a little bit bold. Then I'm changing the font color. And then I'm applying a shadow effect. And then I'm justifying the paragraph so that it aligns both the sides of the margin. Let's remove the shadow effect. Okay. So we have applied the font style. We have applied the bold effect. We have changed the font color, and then we have justified align. We have used the justified alignment for the paragraph. Now suppose if I want the same design which we have applied on the first paragraph to be applied on the second paragraph, then again I have to select the paragraph. Then again I'll have to change the font style, then make it bold, then change the font color, and then select the justify alignment to make it equally aligned from both the margins. Now if you want, now for second time when we have done this same thing, we had to go through all those formatting tools again. Now MS Word has provided us one tool through which we can copy the formatting effects or formatting from one text to another. Now when I said formatting, copy the formatting from one text to another, that means only the formatting will be copied, not the text. So whatever is written here, so that will not be copied, only the designs which we have applied on that text, that will be copied, and then we can use that copied design to be pasted on some another plain text. So let's see how we can do that, and for that purpose we use Format Painter tool. So let's see how we can do this. So first we need to select the design which we want to copy. So I have selected the first paragraph, then come in the home tab and then click on the Format Painter tool. Now when you will click on the Format Painter tool, the design which you have applied on this paragraph, that will be copied. And when you will bring the mouse pointer on the plain text, you can see the mouse pointer is changing into a brush shape, paint brush. So now what you have to do, you have to left click and drag that paint brush on the text on which you want to paste the design which you have copied by using the help of Format Painter tool. And once you are done moving the paintbrush on the text, leave the left mouse button, and the design which you have copied, that will be applied on that. So by this method, we can easily apply the changes or easily apply the formatting effects from one text to another just by copying the design, not the whole text, only the design. And this makes our work faster and easier. So let's move to the next topic of today, and the next topic of today was page and column break. So let's see what is page and column break. Now we all know that when our MS Word page is over, first page is over, then only the second page is added. For example, let me insert some more text inside this page. Okay, now as you have seen, when this page was over, then only a new page has been inserted. So suppose if you want to end a page at a particular point without filling up the whole page. For example, suppose if you wanted to end the page at this position only, let me show you where. Suppose you wanted to end the page at this point only, and after this, you wanted the content to appear in a new page. Now, in that case, MS Word provides you a tool through which you can end a page at a particular point, and then you can start the new content from a new page. So let's see how we can do this. But before that, let me erase this much of the text from here so that we can understand what is page end. Now I have deleted the rest of half of the page content. Now at this point only, I want to end this page and I want to start the new content from a new page. In that case, first I need to bring the typing cursor at the point from where I want to end the page. Then I need to go in the page layout tab. In page layout tab, here is the breaks option in the page setup group. Click on the breaks option and then from the drop down menu, select the page option here. So this is a page break option. So click on the page, and the page at the point where your typing cursor was is ended at that position, and you can see the typing cursor has been moved to a new page. So now whatever you will type, that will be typed from the new page only, and you do not have to worry about the filling of the previous page. So page break option is used for ending ending a page at a particular position. So wherever your typing cursor will be, at that point only the page break will work, and from that point the page will be ended and the content after that will be moved to a new page. So this is what page break option is used for. And another option in this same was the column break. Now for column break, we need two different columns so that we can understand what it means. So let's create two columns. So first we need to select the text which we want to divide into different columns. Then we need to go in the page layout tab. In page layout tab, we need to click on the columns option. Now, when you will click on the columns option, it will display you a drop down menu in which you can select how many columns you want in your uh, how many columns you want your text to be divided into. So I'm selecting two columns here. So just click on that and the text will be divided into two different columns. And let's make it normal text so that it is easily understood. Now I have two different columns in my document. Now I want the first column to end after the second paragraph only, and the third column I want to move it to the second column. So second column is this one. This one is the second column, and this one is the first column. So in this column, in the first column, I want this column to be till here only, and the content after this, that means the third paragraph of the first column, I want to move it into the second column. So at this position, I can use the column break option. So column break also works same as the page break. Only the difference is that instead of ending a page at a particular point, the column break is used for ending a column at that particular point. So wherever your typing cursor will be at that point, the column will be ended. So bring the typing cursor at that point where you want to end the column. Go in the page layout tab, click on the breaks option, and then select column here. Instead of page, select the column break option here. Click on that, and you can see the column has been ended after the second paragraph, and the third paragraph has been moved to the second column. So column break option is used for ending a column at a particular point. So the difference between the page break and column break is that page break option is used for ending a page at a particular point, and column break option is used for ending a column at a particular point. So that is only the difference. Otherwise, both are used for ending whatever they are used for. For example, if you are using column, so that is also used for ending the column, and page break, that is also used for ending the page. So let's move to the next topic of today, that is indent spacing. So let's see what is indent spacing. So for that, first we need to delete each and everything, and let's start with the fresh content. So I'm adding some text. Okay. Now indent space is the space between the margin point or margin line and the text. When I say margin line, then margin line is the line from where the text is started in your page. Now let me zoom the page a little bit so that it will be clear. Now if you can see, let me show you the margin line here. So this line which is going vertically in your page, which you can see, that is the margin line, and you can see all the text is starting from that line only. So right now there is no space between the margin line and the text. So the space between the margin line and the text, that is known as indent space. So let's see what it is. Now for applying a indent space, first you need to select the paragraph in which you want to apply the indent space. Now by selecting the paragraph doesn't mean you need to select it by clicking and dragging the mouse pointer like this. You can just bring the typing cursor in that paragraph. Anywhere your paragraph will be selected. So once your paragraph is selected, even you can do it like this also, but that is not required. Even you can use it like this, or else you can just bring the typing cursor in that paragraph. Both will work same. So first select the paragraph. Then in page layout tab, you can see there is the paragraph group here. And in the paragraph group, you can see indent option. The first one is the left indent and second one is the right indent. So left indent option is used for increasing the space between the left margin and the text. And right indent option is used for increasing the space between the right margin and the text. So let's increase the space between the left margin and the text. For that, we need to click on the upper arrow of the left indent spacing. And now you can see there is some space between the margin line and the text. So this is space which you are getting between the left margin and the text. That space is known as indent space. Same if you will do from the right side, from the right margin. Uh, Let me just justify it. Okay, so that it will be clear. Now, even now you are getting the space from the right margin and the text, between the text and the right margin. So these spaces which you are getting between the text and the margin, that is called the indent space. Right side it is the right indent space, and left side it is the left indent space. So indent space is the option which is used for increasing or decreasing the space between the margin line and the text. And there are total two different types of indenting. One is left indent, which is used for increasing or decreasing the space from the left margin, and another is right indent, which is used for increasing or decreasing the space from the right margin. So you can use whatever indenting option you prefer, and according to that the space will increase or decrease. So with this, today's class is over. So just prepare for your exams, keep studying, stay healthy, stay at home. Till then, bye everyone.